Welcome to my channel again. A1C, high blood sugar, as it relates to diabetes. Now this condition that you see here on the bottom of the foot, in the heel area especially, is a condition created by too much sugar in your blood. I suffered with this condition for probably 15 years. Like I said in a previous video of mine, I probably had high blood sugar, mostly on a roller coaster ride, for probably 15 or 20 years. And I started to notice the bottom of my feet getting very, very, very dry. I also noticed that the palms of my hands were getting very, very dry and starting to crack like this. We'll go over dryness of the skin in the palms of your hands and on top of your hands in another video. Today, I just want to focus on the bottom of your feet. This is created because there's so much sugar in your blood that it's impeding your blood circulation, especially in the lower extremities. Diabetes can cause changes in the skin of your foot. At times, your foot may become very dry. The skin may peel and crack. The problem is that the nerves that control the oil and moisture in your foot no longer work. This is a very, 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 very serious condition. You need to know the symptoms and signs of incredibly high blood sugar or incredibly high sugar in your blood. You need to know this. I had this condition when my blood sugar was 12.2. But when I had it, I thought it was psoriasis. My father suffered from this condition as well, and he was a type 1 diabetic. This is almost 50 years ago. My father's been gone about 42 years now. But when he was diagnosed with high blood sugar and had to go on insulin, back then in the 1976, 77, 78, they didn't know what they know now. Back then, my father used to check the amount of sugar in his body by urinating in a cup and dipping a prescription piece of plastic into that cup full of urine, and then that piece of plastic would turn different colors, and the darker it turned, the more sugar was in my father's blood. That's how he tested how much sugar was in his body. And I'm talking, like I say, 1976, 1977, 1978. And he did that like once a day. And then he took one shot of insulin, and then he went to McDonald's. And later on in the day, he would call me up, and I would go to the grocery store, and he asked me to bring him a Diet Coke with artificial sweeteners in it. We didn't know what we know today. That's why it saddens me to run into so many people that do not have the information on how to get their blood sugar under control. And the biggest part of that is by checking their A1C and having a conversation with a certified diabetes educator. It is terribly important that you educate yourself on the signs and symptoms of too much sugar in your blood. And dry feet like this is a big one, and it's easy to detect. And you're just a borderline away from the possibility of a foot infection. The cracks will bleed, and all of a sudden you have an infection. We're going to cover that in another video as well. I also had dry skin on the tops of my feet. I had this condition as well. And I just thought it was psoriasis. I didn't think very much of it. Because I had been to a dermatologist, probably like 20 of them in the past 25 years, everybody said, "Oh, you just have psoriasis," on the bottom of my hands, my palms of my hands. But it wasn't psoriasis. It was out of control, roller coaster ride, high blood sugar. A lot of sugar in my blood, up and down, up and down. Because I'm single, my eating is kind of erratic. So I didn't suffer some of the life-changing effects of diabetes like I would have if I had sat down 7 days a week and consumed 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A lot of times I only ate once a day anyway, mostly out of trying to just control my weight. But I suffered from this condition for quite some time. And I really didn't learn that I had a problem with the amount of sugar in my blood until they wanted to literally put me on insulin. Nobody said to me, "Hey, by the way, let's look at your palms of your hands, or let's look at the bottom of your feet." Nobody, no primary care physician said that to me. They just wanted to put me on insulin. I didn't learn what I needed to do in order to reverse this condition until I met with a certified diabetes educator. She literally saved my life, and I owe her everything. And even to this day, I stay in touch with her. So if your feet, the bottom of your feet, look like this, or the palms of your hands, the top of your feet look like this, dark, dry, flaky, you need to get your A1C checked. Get your blood sugar checked immediately. Find out how much sugar is in your blood. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact me through my email address in the description section of this video.